time with Joyce than Oleksandr Usyk. Forget the size crap. It's about styles. Styles make fights. It's the reason why Tyson and Gypsy King Fury would love to fight Joyce when a lot of people are trying to avoid Joyce. Listen, he's a big heavyweight with slow feet. He's going to destroy that guy. Now, Usyk can move. Usyk is going to be a harder target for Tyson Fury, but the thing is, he can go out and he can come in when he wants and side to side when he wants, because though Tyson Fury has pretty good feet, his feet ain't what they used to be. And Oleksandr Usyk has better footwork than Tyson.
Those are the words of Showbiz the dope. All right, man, look. And me counterpunching his latest short about Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk, stating that Usyk has better feet. Joyce will be the easier opponent to beat. Bars. And Tyson will destroy Joyce. And let's counterpunch. I think people, if you have a pretty good view or observation factor when watching certain fighters, I do agree with Showbiz. I think the styles makes the fights. People talking about the size, and I think people really don't understand what that means. This isn't a David Tua versus a fucking Lennox Lewis. It's not. That has nothing to do with that type of fight. Okay? Joyce, I believe that Tyson Fury knew when he saw his honorary gypsy brother, Joseph Parker, get beat down to shit right in front of his eyes. He knew, I can beat that guy. Because what Joseph Parker can do, I can do better, and I'm taller and I got better attributes than Joseph Parker. I got faster feet than Parker. Parker's put on a couple pounds. What else the man's going to do? He loves to eat, he loves to drink. But Tyson Fury can eat and drink and still perform at that type of level. That's what makes him the Gypsy King. So he knew, I can beat that guy. I can take this guy to school. Because he knows Joyce can't come at him and can't cut that ring off as fast as he can move out of those corners to get out of harm's way. We've seen that with Derek Chisora. You think Derek Chisora is slower than Joyce? I think they're about the same. A diminished Derek Chisora and a Joyce currently now, they're about the same as far as footwork and foot speed. Okay? Movement. They're not as fast. It's just Joyce is going to attack. You know what I mean? And he doesn't care what's coming back. You know? So I think that's the big difference. I think that would be the thing, psychologically, Tyson hitting him and moving and hitting him, and using that ring, using that whole cortex of that ring and making this his thing, right? So, in not hurting Joyce, I think that's going to be an issue. But I think Tyson Fury knows that that's the easier fight. I think Oleksandr Usyk has better footwork because he is smaller. Okay? He's not like bigger. He doesn't have to carry around a lot like Tyson. Tyson's a naturally big Goliath. I get it. And he just has that gift to be fast for his size. Okay? But Oleksandr Usyk has that. And I think what sticks out in this video, looking at it, that if Tyson Fury does not fight Oleksandr Usyk, he'll fight Joyce. And he's just letting you know, Showbiz is letting you know why he would. Because it will be an easier fight for style purposes. You think someone, and I want you guys to understand, you think someone like Vladimir Klitschko couldn't solve the Fury puzzle, and Joyce could? Joyce would have to beat him down and successfully hit him punch after punch and land on him round after round. Okay, he'd have to land good shots on him, and he has to keep the pressure on him early and constantly. Okay, in order for that to be a challenge. Okay, so, but the whole idea of Tyson not having like his legs are not where they're supposed to be. I seen that in the Otto Wallin fight. Okay, so that's been a big issue because, you know, if you're a diehard Fury fan, you're gonna disagree and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you shouldn't, because we've seen how a guy like Otto Wallin can get between and do what he needed to do. Okay, he did what he needed to do and got Tyson in the position that you normally don't see him. And that version of Tyson Fury in 2019 was a lot different from that one the year before in 2018 when he was taking on Wilder. And I've seen him diminish from that. Okay, and then that's when he went to Crunks, because maybe he said, you know what, I can't float like a butterfly and sting like a dragonfly no more. What I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to go to someone that's going to utilize what I still have left. You know, and it was brilliant. It was a brilliant choice. It was, hey, I have punching power. I just don't rely on my punching power. But now I think I do. You know what I mean? So, and that's what he did. That's why he was able to take it to Wilder, surprise Wilder with power that Wilder didn't know that he had. Okay? So going back to Oleksandr Usyk and Joe Joyce, I think Usyk will be the trickier one, because it's not about who you can hit. It's how about a person that you can outthink and outbox and outwork. And that's what he's going to have to do if he wants to beat Oleksandr Usyk, because that's exactly what Oleksandr Usyk intends on doing. Counterpunch. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Showbiz the Dope and his take on his short of this particular fight between, or fights by comparison between Oleksandr Usyk and Joe Joyce. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.